What is it?
Vickie Smith has come back. She was actually seen by someone.
Vickie Smith has been seen?
I had exactly the same reaction. I couldn't believe it myself at first.
Well, if you're going to tell me that Vince saw Vickie Smith, then I'd say my brother's had hallucinations.
No. If it was Vince, I'd have some doubts myself.
Well, then who was it? When was she seen?
Well, according to Vince, she was in Ernie's bar and grill. She left a message with Ernie to tell Vince that Vickie was looking for her.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Vince must be mistaken.
Well, I wish I could agree with you. Vincent and I disagree very often about things, but in this instance, I think he's telling the truth.
Well, look, Vinny knows a lot of people. It could have been any woman asking for it.
Couldn't she actually use the name Vickie?
Positive of that?
Yes, Vincent said so. And he said we could check it with Ernie. Now, no matter what your brother is, I doubt that he would conspire with somebody on such a thing as that.
No, he's not malicious. He certainly wouldn't deliberately invent an incident like that.
Larry, I don't think you should tell Meredith about this.
Well, of course not. I don't think Vickie should be told either.
My greatest concern about Victoria right now is her immediate future. I'm sure that she can't get married right now. Not as soon as she had planned. She's going to have to wait until she's well. And whether she's told about this particular incident or not, I think that Steve Burke must be talked to immediately.
Due to the illness of Francesca James, the part of Marcy Wade will be played by Kendall March.
Good morning, Steve.
You know something? One of these days, I'm going to get here before you do. I suppose you got the mail on the desk, the coffee made, lots of papers for me to sign.
How did you know?
How do I know? It's got to be a habit. There's nothing can spoil me.
I don't think there's any danger in that.
And it could have been just anybody walking in off the street. No, it was. No, it couldn't. Vincent said that the only person he ever knew who was called Vickie was Victoria. I don't care. I still say we have got to find out what time this incident took place. Listen to me, Mr. Ward. I brought Vickie home. 10 o'clock that night. She told me she was very tired. Now, I know for a fact she went upstairs and went to bed right away. Steve, I know you don't want to believe this, but you're just going to have to face the facts. Well, so far I have been given no facts to face, really. Vickie could have gone to bed that night and then gotten up later. Vickie Smith has a strange habit of emerging at some very strange hours. Now, Steve, I hate to tell you this, but I am convinced that Victoria simply cannot marry as soon as she had planned. That's all there is to it.
There goes what should be the happiest couple in town. Except for you and Mrs. Ivy, of course.
Yes, but it's a fine man.
Yes, and Carl is a wonderful person. But I'm sure you didn't come over to talk about that.
No, I didn't.
Steve, I just realized that it's the first time that you've ever seen our place. I'm so glad you stopped by tonight. How do you like it?
It's very nice.
Isn't it? Of course, it could be a little large, but really everything is so convenient. And there's plenty of room for both of us. Take this kitchen bar. I never would have thought that I'd like this kind of arrangement, but really, it has its advantages. For instance, let me fix your drink.
No, thanks. I wouldn't care for this.
Coffee, then.
No coffee. I want to talk to you.
Yes, I assume that's why you came by tonight. Well, Steve, what is it? Does it have anything to do with the syndication report? Now, I was thinking that I was...
Nothing to do with the syndication report. Forget the syndication report.
Steve, what is it?
I had a talk with Vince Woolwich, and I would like to know what you were doing with him at Ernie's Bar and Grill last night.
Vinny and Ernest.
What makes you think that I was there?
All right. Vinny made a certain claim.
What claim?
Never mind what claim. I went over to see him and talk to him. See if he could back up this claim. His sister Anne was there too. This story of his involved Ernie's Bar and Grill. Now, when we couldn't get any sense out of him, he said if we didn't believe him, we could ask you. Because you were with him.
I see.
Well,
Well, what?
well, were you with him? And if you were, how come you let a whole day go by without telling me about it?
Can't imagine how Anna could have misunderstood.
Misunderstood? What are you talking about?
Steve, I didn't want to mention this before because I didn't want you to get any more worried about Mrs. Riley. But a few days ago, Anna came by and asked me to protect Mrs. Riley from Vince.
To protect her.
Yes, you know how he is, always barging in, causing trouble, and Anna felt that he was upsetting Vickie, so she asked me to keep him away from her. Well, that's all that I've been trying to do.
That's all. Then why haven't you told me about it?
I just explained, because I didn't want to upset you. I know how concerned you've been about Mrs. Riley, and I thought that I could handle Vince on my own.
How do you mean handle it?
Well, I've already kept him away from Mrs. Riley on several occasions. You've no idea how many times she comes by trying to talk to her. And each time I've sat down with him and I've tried to reason with him.
Yeah.
Really, Steve, you don't know how difficult it's been.
What about the Ernie Bar and Grill thing?
Well, that particular day, when Vince called me, he sounded a little upset to me, and I just knew that I had to talk to him or else he would do something foolish and upset Mrs. Riley.
Why did you talk to him on the phone?
Because I simply couldn't reason with him, and I was afraid that if he came by the office, Mrs. Riley might come back. Really, Steve, I did everything that I possibly could. And so I promised that I'd meet him wherever he wanted me to.
And he chose Ernie's Bar and Grill, is that it?
Right.
All right, in that case, how come you never told me about it? Hmm?
Because I couldn't. I just couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't? Why couldn't you?
Because what Vince said happened at Ernie's Bar really happened, and I've just been so upset about it that I just didn't know what to do.
What did happen?
I don't know what Vince told you, but the bartender told him that a woman, a flashy woman with curly blonde hair, was looking for him.
And?
She said her name was Nikki.
I don't believe that.
Oh, Steve, I didn't want to believe it either, but I heard it with my own ears.
Then why did you keep quiet? Why did you tell me about it?
I just kept thinking about Mrs. Riley, about how much I owe her and how fond I am of her, and I just didn't believe it could happen, that this could be happening to her. Steve, you don't know how fond I am of her, how much I care for her, how much I owe her and the whole Lord family, all that they've done for me. I tried so hard.
All right. Look, don't cry. Don't cry.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I have failed everybody. My primary job was to protect Mrs. Riley, to help her, and to protect her, and try to keep anything bad from ever happening to her, to repay her for all the kind things that she's done to me, and I failed. I tried to keep Vince Warwick away from her. I tried to keep him from stirring up trouble.
If only you had told me.
I know, but don't you see, I thought that I was doing the best thing. I guess I thought that I could just forget about the whole thing, and that Vince wouldn't say anything, and that we could all just forget all about it.
Forget all about it? Forget the whole thing? How could you forget something like this?
I know, I wasn't thinking, I was just so upset. Steve, I know I can't ask you to forgive me. But can you understand why it happened? Please. Can you understand it?